แล้วก็ทีม GP ครับระยองดูจีนเว้ย
So Group A, when I turned on, the group, and the kids were like finishing up dinner, and my wife was sitting next to me on the couch, and you opened the show and said that I was gone with monkeypox.
Oh yeah.
โอเคอย่าขอ
My
ปรับแชท
wife
กัน
actually laughed. She
ปรับ
found
แชท
that
เลื่อ
really
น
funny. And she normally doesn't think we're funny at all, so great job on that.
Artosis recovered from COVID, but then he got monkeypox, so he's still here.
โอเคเพราะตรงเนี้ยมันจะไม่มี information อะไร
So yeah, man. Let's get into this game, dude. I mean, if Ryung can really play extremely well here, I'm going to be impressed. I do think it's a pretty likely 2-0 here from Dark.
สวยที่สวยเลย
Yeah.
Not even one victory for
Not
Ryung.
even one victory. Yeah, I went there.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Why do you hate Terran players?
I hate them so much. I'm glad you figured that out.
โอเคครับเกมแรกครับผมกับด่านกากบาทและแรนดอมจุดเกิดอีกแล้วครับผม
Yeah, it's a bias that I've been noticing for a long time. I am thinking about
Now Tius
about it. I haven't
You
decided
probably
yet.
should.
It'll probably be under one of my many alts.
I feel like there was this period where there were so many people we knew who actually had multiple Reddit accounts, and I'm like, you're insane. Like, this is crazy. I don't even have one.
ด่าน
Now, it is.
เปิดวีเปอร์เหมือนเดิมครับบังคับเล่น4ลิง2ควีนนะแต่ดาก็ขึ้นมาแล้ว4ลิง2ควีนครับก็ต้องมากันไว้ก่อน
Further away you are from the
ใครๆก็บอกว่ามารีนอิมบาลานซ์รอดูกันครับว่าเจอดาร์กเซิร์กแล้ว มันจะยังอิมบาลานซ์อยู่หรือเปล่า
I think he's smarter than most of the Terran players.
ชอบ
I think it has to do with the type of experience that he has. He's been around forever.
ได้ไป1ลิงแล้วครับผม
right.
ลิงที่2ไงโดรนม็อบหลบไม่เสียรีซอสนะโอ้ควีนมาเร็ว
And honestly, looking at
ควีนมาแล้วโอเค
the most impressive
โอ้
stuff
ยังมีดึง
probably a series against Cest where he was super far.
เอ้ย
And that was truly impressive.
อย่างเอาครับ
And I know it's a
คิดดูครับ2นาทียังไม่เข้านาทีที่3เลย3เบส expand ไปแล้ววะแปะไปแล้ว3แฮชครับดับ
right? Like he's at a very good level.
อย่างเอาเลย
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he can perform here. But I do
ทางฝั่งรอยอก็น่าจะไปต่อเมดิแวกครับผม
pretty decent.
ไม่เล่นเฮลเลียนด้วยฮะข้ามเฮลเลียนไปเลย
Keep growing, kind of monitor the Terran, and probably play an overpowering macro game here.
ก็นั่นแหละครับต้อง
Occasionally though, you'll see on Nautilus.
ต้องทำเข้มแข็งเข้าใส่รัว
If they can keep the creeps right down enough that you can't really get too good of a fifth base, definitely.
ๆไม่งั้นเซิร์กเล่นสบายก็เดี๋ยวนั่นแหละครับมะเร็ง
Fifth base itself is pretty difficult here, right?
Yeah, I would.
3เบสไปแล้วนะโอเคเล่นเฮลเลียนนะเล่นมาเบิ้ลเฮลเลียนมานี่เอง
It could be misleading when you first look at the map.
เบิ้ลเฮลเลียนแล้วก็เดี๋ยวขึ้นเมดิแวกครับแล้วก็น่าจะเป็นดรอป
But
ไม่ดรอปวิลโลไมก็ดรอปมารีนะ
the four specific.
แล้วก็ต่อมาเป็นในส่วนของบัญชี
Yeah, getting
บัญชีก็ดีครับเพราะว่าเซิร์กอะช่วงต้นเกมฮะแอร์ยูนิตค่อนข้าง
is a little bit
บอบบางแล้วก็อ่อนแอครับมูท่าอย่างเงี้ยมันอ่อนแอแต่มูท่าก็ยิงบัญชีฟรีเหมือนกันนะแต่มันเทคไกลไงบัญชีเข้ามาแล้วทางฝั่งดาร์กมีการแค่ควีนเท่านั้นครับยังไม่มีในส่วนของสปอร์คอยเลอร์ด้วย
Zerg does get like another quad
ก็ค่อนข้างปิด
Nautilus.
อินโฟเมชันได้ดีนะ
Well, I think the amount of pressure
ยามเช็คเวลา
under
เหลืออีก5นาทีผมไปทอดไก่
Terran, 'cause you simply can't
แล้วก็จะจบเขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะทอดไว
It's like, yeah, you can put up
Last order
some turrets, but
They'll blow it up with Banelands,
yeah,
and then
it's
you'll
like
lose the
it
game.
almost doesn't even make sense to make a planetary.
ๆโอเคผมอ๋อมันปิดโต๊ะไปแล้วนะ โอเค
But yeah, it's that can be tough, and I think you do have to apply like such an absurd amount of pressure to make that work. But we'll see if Ryung is capable of that.
เข้าไม่ได้แล้วครับเจอกำแพงควีนครับ
He is getting stim, so it's not going to be one of these old school Ryung mass banshee type plays.
แล้วก็โอเค
Now,
ไล่เคลียร์โอเวอร์ลอดเริ่มเขาเรียกทวงคืนพื้นที่ฉากคืนครับเปิดคอมมานด์เซ็นเตอร์ที่3
ordinary here for the Terran. I mean, you mentioned the Banshees are tough.
แต่รันซับพลายไม่ค่อยเวิร์กสักเท่าไหร่นะซับพลาย71รันซับพลายช้าไปนิดนึง
Basically just trying to make sure that the creep can't spread that much.
ทางฝั่งลากอุ้ย มาเป็นลากเฉยดาร์กครับ เล่นในส่วนของเบลลิงฮะ
Yeah, no real damage one way or the other so far. Just the lightest pressure from Ryung, but
มีเงิน
in the front.
เขามั่นใจว่าเขามีเงินกับดาร์กครับ4หลุมมินเนอรัล4แฮชชอรี่แบบนี้ครับ
Start trying to open up these
เบลลิงได้สบายๆเลย
I think that is those raw
แต่ไม่มีในส่วนของสปอร์คอยเลอร์เลยจะกันบัญชียังไงแล้วก็มีโครกกิ้งแล้วแต่ Energy ก็หน้าตาสภาพอะครับสร้างมายังไม่ได้ยืนแช่ให้ Energy มันรีมีสปอร์คอยเลอร์มาแล้ว
That's the moment I knew Ryung would finally win a GSL.
1 2
These shots are a bit staggered here from the base.
ทำไมยิงแก๊สอ่ะ
Well, don't forget he's still under time to
ยิงโดรนดิยิงโดรน ยิงแก๊สเฉย
Yeah, that's true. So we've got the Hellions coming up now.
แล้วก็ไล่ไถทูเมอร์ไปครับทุกๆทูเมอร์คือ mobility ฮะ move speed แล้วก็ vision ครับโอเคได้โดนไป5ครับฮาลัสไปได้นิดๆหน่อยๆแต่ก็ยังดีที่ปล่อยให้เซิร์ฟเล่นสบายเบลลิงเกียรติอะไรครับเบลลิงเกียรติเฮลแบทเกียรติมารูเดอร์ที่มียิงสโลครับแล้วก็มารีนที่ของครบก็คือมีสตีมแพ็กมีชิลยิงไคได้และยิ่งสู้กันนอกครีปอย่างเงี้ยแล้วเบลลิงที่ยังไม่มีกลิ้งเงี้ยมันจะเล่นยากครับแต่ดาก็อัพเทคกลิ้งมาละก็คือเพิ่ม move speed ครับแทนที่จะเดินดุกก็กลิ้งเอาดรอปยัดเลยหนีครับผมเซอร์กลิ้งแล้ว two way attack ครับผมทางซ้ายก็เป็นเฮลเลียนครับโอเคยังพิกอัพเก็บกลับไปได้ดึงดาร์คซับพลายบล็อกมาครับตัดจังหวะในการรันซับพลายของดาร์คไปได้ครับรอยอครับการมูฟของเขาครั้งนี้แล้วก็มีเล่นไฮดรอลิกมาด้วยดาร์คสับเทคสู้หมดเลยครับโฟกัสไปทีละยูนิตกับยูนิตในตาต่อตาฟันต่อฟันเลยเห็นเมดิแบกเยอะก็เห็นเมดิแบกเห็นบัญชีก็ไฮดรอลิกครับโอเคแต่ตอนนี้มีซิกแทงเข้ามาในคอมแล้วแล้วก็เฮลแบทเรียบร้อยครับผมเอาเฮลเลียนมาทำให้ถึกขึ้นนะอีก1 นาทีไปทอดไก่ จับเวลาตัวเองด้วยซัดกันตรงนี้ครับยังไม่มีอะไรสปายยังเขาเรียกว่าจิ้มจุ่มเขาขำกันอยู่สไตล์การสู้ของทีนะครับก็คือจะมียิงใครให้มันเข้าระยะซิกแทงเบิร์ดดาเมจครับจะเปิดซิกแทงไกลนิดนึงแล้วก็เอาพวกยูนิตทหารราบทั้งหลายเนี่ยเข้าไปดึงพวกลิงเข้ามาหรือพวกฝูงเซิร์กครับกำลังจะ45ไงเดี๋ยวผมลงไปทอดไก่แป๊บฝากแชทดูเหมือนเดิม บอกคนเข้ามาใหม่ด้วยอย่าบอกนักพากย์หายไปไหนแต่น่าจะชินแล้วไหมโดนทุกรอบ
I don't know about that. Okay, he moves out of it, but that's kind of like a funny looking thing, right? Because as Dark maxes out in Ling Bane, fairly certain he could crush that if you sit there too long.
Yeah. Okay, well he's going to be driven back a little bit here. Yeah, I'm worried the creep spread is just it's so far out. I don't feel like you can actually push into this. I think that Ryung had a lot of ideas that were actually pretty good. But this creep spread is pretty intimidating. Maybe if you get some tanks up on this ledge to the left, it might be doable, but...
Well, this is the weakest area for creep, right? Like,
sure looks like it, yeah.
It makes sense that this would be where he tries to push. Is he going to be able to get the hatch? Maybe. Okay, here comes the Ling Bane through that quick zone. Oh my god. Imagine if there was creep in there, Tasteless. Everything blinks then. Banelings with blink, think about that for a moment.
Yeah. Banelings with blink would be the most busted thing ever. The only way to make them better is to be that when they blow up, they don't die. I don't know, man. It does seem like Dark has kind of, not been stopped just yet. We need to get some tanks a little bit closer to this. Now, this can't be the optimal way to come in, but it might work anyways.
There's just not that much here for Ryung. Like, he's got a good spread as far as siege tanks go, but... That is a lot of Ling Bane Hydra there. Yeah. Now, he does have another group of Marines coming down. There's no Banes right this second. Like, okay, well, there's 4 Banes left that are all damaged. I almost feel like if you're going to push. If you give him any extra time, his army's going to be so much bigger, and it's going to be there quicker than your army. So I feel like Ryung Like, whether or not that was a good move, that push that he attempted there, he's not... I don't think he's going to be able to bust it now, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he really hasn't done anything. And, you know, he's going to try to come through here with more of these Banes. There's just so many Lings and Banes here. He can't even be on the ground. It looks like he might actually lose one medevac. He does.
Well, Ultra's Caverns on the way, 3-3s on the way on both sides. Liberator's coming up. Ryung does have his 4 bases up, so like that's nice, and he is getting into Marauders. Okay, cool. But he's lost his map control. Dark is on 5 base. Not a big fan of this position for Terran.
Yeah, I mean, this is... Arcaso don't always, you know, become prescient, but this one certainly seems like it has. Like, Zerg has grown off of that 4th base, and now, you know, it's going to be hard for Terran to grow out. Terran, I think out of all the races, have the hardest time, like, taking over the entire map. They've always been like that all the way to, like, you know, StarCraft 1 before Brood War. They've just sort of... It's been like a feature of the race. And so I feel like now it's going to be troublesome for the... oh my god! It's going to be troublesome for the Terran to try to take a base like this one down here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, he's being reasonably efficient there.
Yeah, well, I just don't see any Banes in these fights. Oh, there's one there.
Yeah,
can't get his turn.
Oh, God. Is he going to lose this?
Yeah.
You should be able to abduct buildings. That's what I think, Tasteless.
The building should be able to fly up again to a higher level. Where they can't shoot that hard.
I wonder, wouldn't that be interesting, right? Like, if you could lift off your command center and send it into the next game. Like
That's right.
You're going to lose this one, so you send stuff into the future. It's kind of like Terminator or something, you know?
I'm like that. We get that thing over there. It's like that command center is John Connor's dad or whatever. No, honestly, like, I don't know, man. I think Ryung is kind of running up against a problem with the map and the matchup at the same time.
Yeah, it's certainly tough.
Now, the only thing that really is going well for Ryung, sort of well, I should say, is that the entire map isn't covered in creep. But I think that's going to come soon, because he's lost control of the middle of the map here.
Yeah, there's hatcheries kind of going down everywhere, and like if you're not maintaining some sort of pressure, some sort of map control, how are you going to fight against this Zerg? Like, look at how far behind creep most everything is. Even if he kills this base there, which doesn't really have creep around it yet, does that matter? Does that put him in a winning position? Even if literally we watched and he sent his own units, like Dark did, to kill that hatchery, I would still tell you he's well ahead.
Yeah, I would agree. The creep is almost to the point of passing over the speed area in the middle of the map. Terran is going to try to reclaim 6 o'clock once more. But Zerg is actually Zerg is maxed out, excuse me. So he's going to make 16 more Banelings, maybe even a little bit more than that. And probably pull the trigger and try to go for a fight like we're seeing right now.
Yeah, he's going to go through that slow zone there. Some EMPs. That was a beautiful EMP going down. And, well, that's, he's actually kind of running into the smallest choke possible. So loses a little bit here. Some of the Banes do connect. Ultras going after this additional base.
I think he could save this in time, though.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty egregious overextension there from Dark.
Yeah, that definitely was not a high-quality attack. But he's staying on the Ling Bane with Ultra. He has more hatches that are finishing up here. 84 workers. I guess the one thing we can say for Ryung is he hasn't really lost workers, right? Like, he's lost a total of 19, but that's not that big a deal. He has 74 workers, right? So his economy is still pretty solid. But where is that 5th base going to be? How is he going to attack?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, this game could just fizzle out, man. It could just be the Terran eventually runs out of minerals. The Zerg should have more than enough to economically just leverage this to just dump Lings and Banes down there. What's so funny?
You said it could fizzle out, and I was just looking at it. I'm like, you're right. Ryung's Terran right now is a flat Sprite.
Yes.
Like, this is no one wants to drink this Terran position. Tasteless.
Yes, you don't want to have soda without carbonation, man.
No.
And this could just be, this game could be like, does your wife do this where like soda's not finished, so they put the can that's half drank in the fridge?
No, I dump them.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have a chance
my
to do
girlfriend's
it.
been doing this, and it's like it's making me mad. Where I'm like, I will never drink a soda that's not like throw it out,
Not bubbly.
be wasteful. Yeah, it's gone. It's over.
You know that in China they have Red Bulls that have no carbonation. It's like drinking fruit punch.
Is
man.
a Red
It's
Bull
great.
carbonated?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't feel like Red Bull's carbonated.
Okay, Tasteless. Well, it is.
Is it? I feel like it's not carbonated.
Oh my God! Yes, it is Tasteless.
This is where you guys find out I'm not a gamer. It's like you don't even know everything about energy drinks. How can you be a gamer, Tasteless? Like,
How do you even game without energy, Tasteless?
Yeah.
No one can game without energy.
I'm looking this up on my phone.
Look at that. It's a Grand Canyon, man. A whole set of mules running away from the Ultras. Oh.
Damn, it is carbonated. There you go. Wow. Well, this is just like an uncarbonated, uncaffeinated Red Bull. How about that?
Yeah.
GG. Best cast ever.
Well, that was, you know, when he was trying to push down that 5th base, and he had his tanks.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark. Team GP. Ryung.
Are you glad you're back, Artosis?
Very. Oh my God.
Did you stream for extra time or anything like that, or?
No, I just did my normal stream last week and today. But
Did you
no,
watch,
it's.
watch any good movies. Or
I tell
TV
you, as soon as
shows?
my quarantine was done, Tasteless, I'm like, I am taking a walk.
Oh, I bet.
I was out of there, Tasteless. But no, it's good to get back to work and see human beings. And have everyone look at me worriedly and ask me if I'm okay.
Yeah, that was me. I texted you this morning. I'm like, are you sure you don't have COVID? It's going to be a real pain in the ass if I get COVID, Artosis.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't know if there's going to be anything super special about Ryung's build just yet. Again, this map, it's more realistic that you can actually try to push a Zerg and control him
yeah,
pretty well.
that is for sure. Hoping that he can get something done here. I'm still a little bit confused about that push. Like, the spread that he had and everything. I don't know. I mean, you're playing against a Max Zerg, Lingbane Hydra, and it did not feel like a well-executed, well-placed push.
Yeah, man. Thing is, you know, with that, on that map, it just seems like all Zerg has to do is just let the game draw out. You know what I mean? And you're going to get that overpowering economy and kind of come in there and punish.
Yeah, it's tough to go up against, but you know, if you can keep that pressure on, you know, get some quality trades for a bit, you can make it work out. You just see, it didn't feel like he ever made any real headway, literally at any moment. It's like when the highlight of your game is killing 2 drones and then some creep tumors. It's like, ooh, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah. Okay, it should be a pretty straightforward group here for Dark. Although Zhao and I do have some questions about. I mean, he does occasionally just have these blowout performances.
That's true. That's true.
I'm going to keep an eye on that as well here.
Now, when he plays his best, it's pretty damn good. Now, Ryung is going for a very fast 3rd CC before his starport here. So, good high economy build, not reliant upon early damage. And we'll see if he goes Banshee here once again. It didn't feel like the Banshees were that impactful, but I mean, you got to make something, right? You got to
try to interfere with him somehow, right?
Yeah, you can't just let a Zerg sit. That doesn't work. Oh, Viking on the way. Okay, push back some Overlords. I like it.
Yeah, do something to clear that out. Force him to remake, get rid of some vision on the map here. And so it didn't look like, I mean, we have another pair of Hellions being made here. We're going to see how long he actually commits on this. It does seem like if they make Hellions in pairs for a while, a lot of this comes down to like how much value they're going to get from those Hellions.
Yeah.
We've had a couple games where like they'll be roaming around and killing creep, and then suddenly a bunch of speedlings come out and just surround him and kill him.
Yeah.
And then it seems like the Zerg can really run away with the game.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the time when people try to die with the Hellions as well. You know, a lot of times you'll have like 6 Hellions and they'll be like, now's my moment, and then they run in and it just, you get like 2 drones and that's it. And it's like, okay, that was your map control, that was your keep, how you kept creep down. We'll see what he does here. I mean, he's been very consistent on the Hellion production. He's got to have like 8, right?
Yeah, I mean, he should have at least 6, probably 8. Is he going to just do another round?
Pop out 2 more, so.
Sometimes he's going to be kind of merged in with the actual push as well, where you can basically clean out Banes before they can get close to the Marines.
Yeah, sometimes you see him turn into Hellbats for that tanking ability as well.
Is he going to get the... Oh, no transfuse there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. 3rd CC going to land.
And again, I think expect a stronger performance here from Ryung. I think this map is much more doable here.
Yeah. You want that kind of smaller map. There's a Liberator going across the map right now.
Is he going to bounce it back? Oh, kind of misplaced the mine there.
Okay. 1 drone. Almost gets an egg, not quite. Has to pull back.
Oh, this is big.
Okay. Now that's nice. That I like. That I like. He didn't really lose anything, some health and everything. Drew his attention one way and ran and got a few drones. Not bad.
All right, comes in again. Yeah, this is some legitimate, decent damage here. Gonna kill a queen. Almost gets a 3rd, or 2nd, excuse me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't do too well with that. It's like, yeah, you get the higher energy queen, I guess, but harassment not so much. 1-1 on the way for both sides. Not that far behind for Dark, so that's kind of nice. Baneling speed coming. Clearing a little bit of creep here.
Yeah, just going to power up here. Baneling speed is on the way now. And we're getting closer and closer to the point where the Terran is going to need to try to push out here. I don't think we're going to have a 4th CC taken before that. I could be wrong. But yeah, we're going to see that push coming.
Yep. Infestation pit coming up.
Zerg's going up to 5 bases now. Now, on this map, you could have taken the bottom right base. It's actually where the Hellions are going through right now. That's another location to take. But the Terran wants to try to push out the creep anyways down here because you can send tanks down and get behind this base and basically shell it from below.
Yeah.
And so we're probably going to be having that coming up here. Now there's medevacs. We have a pair of them. They're going to be coming out here trying to draw some more attention, maybe targeted towards the main. Oh, actually, they're going to drop out over here and try to clean up creep on that side of the map instead.
Yeah, they could even stim towards that, like, 4th base location.
Sure.
It's a possibility. It doesn't look like there's really many drones there at the moment.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Banes, though. You can't interact with that.
No. Well, the factory is coming up. Hydral's Den does get started around the same time as the Hive. So
ดักเก็บเกมแรกไปแล้วครับแล้วดูทรงเกมเขารายอภาพมาอยู่นะทัพพายดูดีอยู่
Really a Ling Bane based defense.
Yeah. So right now, Dark is basically continuing to push out creep on all sides.
ก็คู่แรกเหมือนวอร์มครับให้วอร์มเดี๋ยวจ่ายคู่แรกไปก่อน
Honestly, yeah, it's not exactly like Ryung's made much of a scratch here. Now, this might be the moment here. As he caused an imbalance here in the defenses. The Widow Mines are going to be burrowed. We've got the Hellbats set up here to soak. He could try to wedge this infantry behind that. Seem to be more concerned about the Banes coming than they didn't move up.
ดูยังไงดักก็เล่นสบาย
So far from Ryung, let's see. Some Banes come up now to help.
กินแป๊บนี่ทอดเผื่อตัวเองตลอดพอรัดออเดอร์
He does get a few mine connects.
All right, he swoops away with 2 of the medevacs full of units. We don't see reinforcements coming down.
อร่อยกินเองชมเอง
I don't think that was terrible by Ryung or anything like that. Like I think it was okay.
I don't think it was terrible. I don't know if it was that great either, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really get much.
เจอเบลลิงใช่ไหม
That was not a hoorah moment.
No. So here come those Marines now.
ก็ต้องไมโครเนียนๆหูดอ่ะ คือดาร์กเป็นคนเป็นผู้เล่นที่เล่นไฮดรอลิกเร็วอ่ะแบบไม่เสียดายอ่ะ
Axes, more mines. Ryung does have his fourth base up, so I really do like that. His 2-2, reasonably quick. Yeah, with the Hydras out now, you can't really do moves like this as easily anymore.
Yeah, well, that's when the medevacs can start to get punished here.
เริ่มโยนให้ทำเนื้อเรื่องต่อ
It's funny,
ตามงานก็เรียก
obviously a guy who's
ใช้ระบบทุนนิยม
go all the way to a GSL
เพชร
final.
นิยม
Doesn't want to show anything too interesting in either of these games. He's playing a very textbook conservative macro game. I think because he knows there's probably Terrans that are harder to face off against than Ryung here. And so far we're just kind of seeing Ryung struggle to make any progress on the map.
Yeah, if you have like a super special build, you're probably saving it for Maru specifically. And Dark just holding pretty much everywhere.
ภาพไม่มาเลยซัพพลายดรอปละ
Man,
เนี่ย
like,
จบละ
I'm trying to figure out where Ryung goes from here.
ผมบอกเลยว่า
Solid economy hasn't
มันจบแล้วครับ
himself.
เมื่อไหร่ที่คุณซัพพลายตามเซิร์ช
He's going for a style that we don't see against Ling Bane Hydra very often, which is
นอนมาจริงๆว่ะดาร์ก
Marauder. Like we've really only seen Maru do that much. The thing is, this is not that common anymore, anyways. Although I feel like it's been.
ประเด็นคือนี่แหละครับเล่นง่ายๆไฮดรอลิกคุ้มตลอด แล้ว มันเผื่อด้วยไงเผื่อไปแบบได้ไปยันเลอเคอร์
Okay, so these Lings and Banes are going to tear down the rocks over here. And I think we're going to see this game actually a lot like Game 1, kind of transition back into the same situation as Game 1. Where it's like the Terran, did their damnedest to try to make progress here on the map. And they failed, and now Zerg has the ability to seesaw the action back over.
ใครยังไม่จินก็คู่แรกจะเห็นผมม็อกบังอย่างนี้แหละครับผม จบแล้ว SCV มาออกยินเรียบร้อย GG
Yeah, that was brutal.
นะฝืน
Looks like a mismatch.
Tough to watch here.
นั่นไง